as we are getting ready to start our identity unit, we are going to look at what does it mean, like what is our identity? How do we form our identity? Our identity is so much a part of literature. The theme of identity and discovering who you are is in almost every novel that you'll read, short story, show you watch. It's such an essential part of being human. And in order for us to be able to really connect with our characters throughout the year, we want to make sure that we kind of explore this within ourselves. So we're going to start with Me, Myself, and I, a journal. And if you click on it, your resources will be here. If you look at the student view, the first thing that you are wanting to do is you're going to watch this video. And then I want you to watch this video. It's just a TED Ed talk. So Brent, I just want you to be thinking about, what does identity mean to you? How do you define your identity? How does the world define our identity? So then after you're done watching this, you're going to go to step 3, which is a journal. And you're only completing slides 1 through 10. Okay, so again, only completing 1 through 10. This is an ongoing assignment. We're not done with it today. We're going to work at it through parts throughout the whole unit. And so make sure you're only completing this portion. This is what our journal looks like. And so it's me, my identity, and I. So I really want you to make sure that you are exploring this and really thinking about what parts of your identity are important to you. I'm not going to grade this for the content. I'm grading it for completion. So I'm not going to read through what you put. Most of the time, I'm just going to check to make sure that you completed the assignment. But I really want you to start exploring that. Unless you want me to read it, then I will. Okay? So just read over this. It's kind of the purpose of why we are doing this assignment. And then part 1 is just, what is identity? Okay? And I want you to think about, when you hear the word identity, what comes to mind? And I just want you to jot that down. What do you think about? I think of who I am. What does it mean to be me? My interests, my likes, how I look. Okay? And here's the definition. So identity refers to the group of characteristics by which a person is recognized or known. Identity is the set of behavior or personal characteristics that allows individuals to be recognized as a part of a group. Okay? And so this is kind of what we're exploring. This is the actual definition, but is that true to everyone? Everybody's identity is a little bit different. Why is understanding and learning about identity and exploring my own identity important? It's important because your identity is who you are, your beliefs, your interests, your family, your culture, everything about you. It shapes the way you think about things and view the world. When we have discussions in class, everyone will have different opinions. So different opinions come from our different backgrounds, identities, and experience. So it's just important for us to start kind of figuring out what our identity is, and when we're reading novels, why we connect to certain characters or situations differently. And that's all based off of our identity. So do I just have one identity? You can identify as or with many things. So your identity is a collection of traits that are constructed by you, which means they're made by you and the people around you. So here are some aspects, just some, so these aren't all, but your eye color, race, age, gender, career, ability, disability, language, ethnicity, religion, nationality, education, socioeconomic, which means like lower class, upper class, middle class, and my screen's blocking the other one. But those are just some things, and your skin color. So those are just some things that contribute to our identity. The next thing I want you to do is look at intersectionality. So intersectionality just means that we have multiple social identities, and our multiple social identities work together to allow us to experience things differently. Intersectionality is a theory that looks into the relationship between different identities and how different combinations of social identities can place people in a lower position in society. Intersectionality helps us understand that while we have some identities that are the same, we're also going to experience life differently. All of us will. So now some time for reflection. Which aspects of your identity do you usually think about the most when you think about yourself? And then I want you to think about why. So I really think about my career because it's such a huge part of me. So being a teacher is a huge part of my identity. My age can be sometimes because I tend to set goals for myself, or I feel like maybe I'm at a specific age, I should start doing specific things, which isn't always true. But I just kind of want you to think about why. I want you to write those down in this box, and then I want you to put why. So again, my career because, my age because, my gender because. And then I want you to say, like, you just met someone. So which aspects are you looking at visibly and which are invisible? So some of these might be visible and some might be invisible and some might fit somewhere in the middle. So if it's somewhere in the middle, I want you to just drop that. I'm going to go back here. You're just going to drop it here. If you can sometimes see it and sometimes not, and I know it looks a little bit messy, but I promise I'll be able to understand what you're saying. And then the last slide for today, I want you to think about what did you learn from the previous visible versus invisible activity? So often we're quick to judge a person just by looking at them. And why is that maybe not the best thing? What do we miss when we do that? And I want you to type your response here. Again, I'm not looking at your answers for what you're saying. I want to just make sure you're completing them. I want you really to be thinking about and start thinking about your identity and what makes you you.